8 minutes after the top of the hour, next up on the rundown. Hey, it is Monday morning. Something that went on one of the Sunday shows yesterday. I want you to see Jonathan Karl. He's trying to play gotcha with Senator Ted Cruz regarding the government shutdown. Remember, going into the shutdown, for the most part, the responsibility was split between the Republicans, the Democrats, and the White House on what we came to eventually that shut down the government. But the conventional wisdom was, well, regardless of that, Republicans are going to get blamed more. Here is Jonathan Karl trying to get Senator Cruz to admit the Republicans were to blame. The senator wouldn't bite.
Okay, you've had a couple of months to think about this whole government shutdown strategy. Now that it's over in hindsight, are you prepared to say that it was a mistake, it wasn't the right tactic?
I think it was absolutely a mistake for President Obama and Harry Reid to force a government shutdown.
Now, you know, even John Boehner has said this was a Republican shutdown.
Look, I can't help what other people say. And, John, I understand that in the media, every day the media reported the Republicans shut the government down.
But come on. I mean, we're a couple months away from this. The only reason why this happened is because you insisted, Republicans insisted, that Obamacare be defunded as a condition of funding the government. If you took away that insistence, there would be no shutdown. I mean, really.
You've got conservatives who stood strong and said, let's stop the train wreck that is Obamacare. And you've got Democrats in the middle of the shutdown. President Obama called every Senate Republican to the White House, sat us in a room and said, I called you here to tell you we're not going to negotiate, we're not going to compromise on anything. Repeatedly, Republicans were compromising, trying to find a middle ground. And repeatedly, Democrats said, no compromise, shut it down.
And it got shut down.
You know, it's interesting, between these two Sunday shows on ABC and NBC, it seemed that these veteran reporters and anchors really got taken badly by Congressman Issa and Senator Cruz. I mean, they really got the better of them, really in tough questioning. It was very, very interesting.
Yeah, and pushing, tough talking points, too.
Yeah.
What we see from the Obama administration, even with Benghazi from the New York Times and in the mainstream media, and then you see this coming from ABC and from NBC as well. But, you think about what happened after the government shutdown or during the government shutdown, who shouldered most of the blame for it? It was the Republicans. And then all of a sudden, once the Obamacare rollout started to happen, what happened with those poll numbers? I mean, there was a huge swing, and Democrats are starting to really feel the brunt of it. So, maybe that's why they're bringing up the shutdown again, even though it happened a while ago.
And keep in mind, and you saw a little exchange in that, it was the Republicans who said before the shutdown, look, we're just trying to stop Obamacare. And given the fact that it has completely imploded and the sign-up numbers are, they got better in the month of December, but still there are a lot of Democrats who probably, given hindsight, would probably go, we probably should have, delayed it or something. But now it's a law. Yeah,
but the Obama administration is saying, hey, we have 2 million people who have enrolled. And, that's great. But what they were hoping for was 3.3 million, right? That's pretty short of the goal.
And a lot of them are in Medicaid.
It's a long way to 7 million.
It is. All right. It's 20.